For over 50 years, the identity of the Zodiac Killer has remained one of America's most terrifying unsolved mysteries. A shadowy figure who taunted police with cryptic letters and ciphers, the Zodiac claimed to have murdered 37 people, though only 5 confirmed victims have been linked to him. But now, thanks to breakthroughs in forensic technology, newly uncovered evidence, and relentless amateur sleuths, we may finally be closer than ever to unmasking this infamous serial killer. In this video, we'll dive deep into the latest clues, suspects, and shocking revelations that could finally crack the Zodiac case wide open. The Zodiac Killer's reign of terror began on a cold December night in 1968. At around 11:15 p.m., high school sweethearts David Faraday, 17, and Betty Lou Jensen, 16, parked at a secluded lover's lane near Lake Herman Road in Benicia, California. Without warning, a gunman approached their car and fired multiple shots. David was killed instantly, while Betty Lou, struck in the back, stumbled out of the vehicle before collapsing. She died just a few feet away. Police had no suspects, no motive, and no idea this was only the beginning. 7 months later, the killer struck again. Darlene Ferrin, 22, and Mike Mageau, 19, were parked at Blue Rock Springs Park when a stranger shined a flashlight into their car. Moments later, he opened fire. Darlene died at the scene, but Mike miraculously survived, becoming the first living witness to describe the Zodiac. He recalled the attacker as a stocky white man with short, light brown hair, wearing thick glasses. Then, on August 1st, 1969, the killer sent his first taunting letter to the Vallejo Times-Herald, taking credit for the murders and including a cryptic cipher daring authorities to catch him. The letter was signed with a cross-circle symbol, marking the birth of the Zodiac's infamous persona, but his most brazen attack was yet to come. On October 11th, 1969, cab driver Paul Stein, 29, was shot execution-style in his taxi. This time, the Zodiac left behind bloody fingerprints and later bragged about the murder in a letter, even sending a piece of Stein's bloodied shirt as proof. The Zodiac was no longer just a killer, he was a master manipulator, playing a deadly game with law enforcement and the public, and his cryptic messages were only getting more sinister. For 51 years, the Zodiac's 340 cipher was considered unbreakable, a tangled web of symbols that even the FBI's top cryptanalysts couldn't solve. That all changed in December 2020 when a breakthrough sent shockwaves through the true crime world. A team of amateur sleuths, David Oranchak, Sam Blake, and Jarl Van Eyck, used a combination of AI algorithms, pattern recognition, and old-fashioned persistence to finally crack the code. I hope you are having lots of fun in trying to catch me. I am not afraid of the gas chamber because it will send me to paradise all the sooner. The message was classic Zodiac mocking, narcissistic, and chillingly confident. But while it didn't reveal his name, it proved one crucial thing. The cipher wasn't just random gibberish, it was a deliberate, solvable puzzle, and if one code could be broken, others might follow. We realized the Zodiac used a complex substitution cipher with multiple layers. The key was identifying his spelling mistakes. They weren't errors, they were clues. The decryption also revealed something else. The Zodiac may have been referencing the 1932 movie, The Most Dangerous Game, a film about a hunter who stalks humans for sport. Was this a sick confession? But the biggest revelation came from forensic linguistics. Experts compared the deciphered text to known Zodiac letters and found stylistic fingerprints, repetitive phrasing, odd punctuation, and a distinct arrogance that could help narrow down suspects. Could this be the key to finally unmasking the killer? In 2002, investigators extracted DNA from saliva on the stamps and envelopes of the Zodiac's letters. For years, the sample was too degraded for a full profile, but recent advances in forensic genealogy have changed the game. In 2018, the same technique that caught the Golden State Killer was applied to the Zodiac case. Investigators uploaded the partial DNA profile to public genealogy databases, hoping to find a familial match. While no direct match has been confirmed yet, a major lead emerged in 2021 when a team of cold case investigators named Gary Francis Post as a prime suspect. In October 2021, a team of cold case investigators known as the Case Breakers dropped a bombshell they named Gary Francis Post, a deceased Air Force veteran and house painter, as their prime Zodiac suspect.
An investigative journalist. They believe that Gary Francis Post is a very strong suspect to be the Zodiac Killer.
But what makes this lead different from all the others? The physical evidence. Post bore a striking resemblance to composite sketches right down to the distinctive forehead scar described by witnesses. His military training aligned with the Zodiac's precise shooting skills, and his size 10.5 boots matched footprints found at the Lake Berryessa crime scene. The cryptic connection investigators claim they found hidden messages in the Zodiac's letters. When certain letters were circled, they spelled out Gary Post, a potential signature hidden in plain sight. Behavioral red flags. Neighbors described Post as volatile and obsessed with guns. He allegedly collected newspaper clippings about the murders and had unexplained absences during key Zodiac attacks. He'd disappear for days, then come back covered in scratches. We thought he was hunting, but not animals. The smoking gun? Most compelling? Photos from Post's darkroom showed the exact type of knotted rope used to bind Zodiac victims. Yet, with Post dead since 2018, we may never get a confession. Was he truly the Zodiac, or just another dead end? While Post is a strong lead, he's not the only suspect. Over the years, several others have been scrutinized. 1. Arthur Lee Allen. The most famous suspect, Allen was investigated multiple times. His friend even claimed Allen confessed to being the Zodiac. However, his DNA didn't match the stamp evidence. 2. Ross Sullivan. A mentally unstable librarian who resembled the Zodiac sketches and had knowledge of ciphers. 3. Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber. Some theorists believe the Zodiac and Unabomber were the same due to their similar writing styles, but no concrete evidence links them. Could one of these men be the real Zodiac? Or was it someone we've never even considered? Despite one of America's largest manhunts, the Zodiac Killer vanished into the shadows. But why? Failed interagency communication between jurisdictions meant clues fell through the cracks, while the killer exploited this disarray by striking across multiple counties. Primitive 1960s forensics couldn't match DNA or fingerprints effectively, and when SFPD officers accidentally washed blood evidence from Paul Stine's taxi, they destroyed critical proof. The Zodiac further outmaneuvered investigators by mixing truth with lies in his letters, claiming fake victims, altering crime details, and even sending a fake bomb diagram to divert resources. Meanwhile, his military-style planning, changing weapons, using disguises, and scouting escape routes showed chilling precision. Most hauntingly, some detectives now believe he may have stopped killing, not because he was caught, but because he wanted to, letting his legend grow while he watched from the shadows. With the case still open today, one terrifying question remains. Could he still be alive, knowing we never solved his puzzle? The Zodiac Killer's identity may still be out there, hidden in an old letter, a forgotten fingerprint, or a relative's DNA. With each passing year, technology brings us closer to solving this cold case. Will 2024 be the year the Zodiac is unmasked? If you found this video intriguing, smash that like button, subscribe for more true crime deep dives, and let us know in the comments, who do you think the Zodiac Killer was? And as always, stay vigilant.